Yeah, so which have created a stamp out scams page, specifically looking at deepfakes. And there's a short quiz that you can take. You can look at a couple of videos that have been created and you can decide whether you think it is a deepfake or not. So I thought we could bring this to the podcast, Damien. We've got it up on screen now. We'll do it together. I've done it myself. I'll share my results at the end because I don't want to put you under pressure. But we'll press start on the quiz and see how you get on in terms of seeing if you can spot the deepfake.
Our newest platform, Quantum AI, will help people get richer fast. Instead of working for every penny, we make the money work for you. I promises that as long as Quantum AI stays up and running, people who use it will get wealthier. But the banks around the world are not happy with this new platform and are trying to shut it down.
So for anyone who's not watching the video version of this, there was a Elon Musk that was, it looks like he's doing a video call and he's talking about an opportunity here. And I mean, I think that's a deep fake. And my reasoning is that his voice doesn't seem to be moving. And I don't think it's the sort of thing that Elon Musk would be involved with anyway. So I'm going to say deep fake.
Okay. We've selected deep fake and you are correct. That purported BBC broadcast was created by a scammer. And the tips on that one, again, you mentioned it yourself, Damien, is watch out for lip syncing, blurring in the video, or unnatural facial expressions. So well done, you got that one right. Let's move on to the next one.
I have an incredible investment opportunity for you. I've partnered with a top-tier cryptocurrency platform that the mainstream banks don't want you to know about. With my investment opportunity, people like you are doubling their money every 2 weeks.
Do you know what? Oh my God, I'm absolutely gobsmacked. That's Timmy. I mean, I know Timmy. So, I mean, I know there's no way he'd do that. It's a crypto scam. So, well, I'm voting deepfake. So if anybody doesn't know, Timmy's Mr. Money Jar, as it says on screen. But I've been on talks with him, done live shows with Timmy talking about money with an audience. But I'm absolutely gobsmacked by that one. So I'm saying it's a deep fake because I've got inside information, but that is convincing.
You're absolutely right. It was a deep fake and it is not something Timmy would do at all. Mr. Moneyjar created this deep fake himself. So Timmy created it in partnership with Santander to highlight just how realistic those types of scams can be. Well done, Damien. Right, moving on to the next one.
Oh my gosh, if I was offered a chance to come back for any sort of a storyline, I'd bite that.
So on that one, that was Alex Kingston on her role in Doctor Who. It's whether she was being asked essentially by a journalist whether she would want to be involved again, and it was doing the rounds last year. Is that real or is it?
I mean, that is the most realistic of all the three of them, if I'm honest. I mean, the context of what she's talking about, I had no idea, and it's quite a short clip. So what I would say is I wouldn't have any qualms initially looking at that, thinking that wasn't real. There wasn't, I don't think, enough in there for me to say that it wasn't real. So for the spirit of this, I would say that was probably real.
So that was wrong. That one was a pretty convincing deepfake, and which highlighted that a video just like that you would possibly see online and you would just skip through. You'd see it in your reels and you'd just think that was her opinion on things. She never said that. She never created that. So it's just, again, to highlight how convincing these deepfakes can be. So I think this might be the next one, Damien.
Way that you can go about it. You could buy an excess reimbursement insurance from an online third-party provider, and you can do that before you go. So the cover is cheaper, it's better, and the difference is, though, if there is any damage, you will have to pay out to the car hire company, and then you'll claim it back from the insurer later.
I have to say, Andy, I think other than the sort of buffering and the sort of slightly, it made it look like there was something not quite right with the video in that respect. I think ignoring that, I would have probably not necessarily thought it was actually fake. I'm going for deep fake because of that element to it. I can't make a judgment based on what I see there. It wasn't enough to say that was definitely wrong or right. So I'm going to go for deep fake on that one. I've done 2 out of 4.
That one was actually very much real. And it was taken from the Get Answers podcast. But I think because they used a slightly different camera, and like you say, the buffering was a bit strange, probably because it was a lower grade camera. Sometimes don't be fooled by the fact that the quality isn't great. It might just be that the camera equipment or the audio equipment isn't as good as the top productions. So it just almost highlights, doesn't it, just how difficult it is to spot the real versus the fake. Okay, so let's move on to the next one then.
So, how can we detect a deep fake? Look for blurring around the mouth. The person might blink less frequently than usual. If they are wearing glasses, the light reflections might not look right.
So for the listeners, this is Chris Ainsley, Head of Fraud Risk Management at Santander, and he's doing a video on how you can spot deepfake.
This is like, feels a bit like Inception. Are you asking me is this video on how to spot a deep fake real or not? It's kind of, is it a fake video about faking? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, this is getting to the point where we're just tossing a coin here. Is it real or not? I mean, he's made a, I think this is going to be a real video showing how this looks like a deep fake. So I think it's a deep fake, if that makes sense. This is an example of a deep fake video. So it is, in fact, a deep fake, but it was created, so it's a real version. See, this is what I mean. We've just done Inception here. So I'll go real, Andy. This will be 3 out of 5 if I get this.
Let's have a look then. You got it wrong, Damien. It is artificial intelligence. So it says here, you might not have guessed, but this is actually a deep fake created by Santander, just to show how easily deep fakes can be made.
Yeah, see, I'm arguing with that. It's a real deep fake. Anyway, the point is that I didn't do particularly well. My skill set is not in working out deep fakes, real or not. Well, apart from if I know the people in them. But as that we've said on the podcast, I don't trust anything that you see online. I'm trying to teach my children this. You've got to just see any video online, assume that it is a fake of whatever it is. You can't take it as real. So I think that is a brilliant exercise, Andy. How many do you get again?
I got 3 out of the 6, so I got 60%. It's still not great.
Yeah,
but,
I'm not sure whether that's a real or fake answer to my question. I'm going fake. So that was brilliant. I think if people have seen that, will realise that anybody can fall foul of AI scams, and I have no doubt at some point in the future that we will probably be actually the subject of such things being online and talking about money.